Welcome back, everyone. So, there was a comment that was left on my previous Wizardry 7 transfer prep video, which will be two prior in the sequence of the playlist for this one. And the responses I got in there, plus some little more tinkering, plus um, a slight modification of my strategy in Wizardry 8, there was enough changes that I really scrapped my playthrough of Wizardry 8 and wanted to start over again in that particular game of the trilogy. So it gave me an opportunity to go back and revisit the import section. So I have gone through and re-optimized and a little bit more testing. One thing I found was, with a few exceptions, the gear that you want to be automatically equipped has to be on your first page of Wizardry 7. So in Wizardry 7, you had two pages of inventory. One was the first page that did not have a little bag icon, and the second one did. Um, so if it's on page 1, it's eligible for auto equipping. So we still have the same things of one tier 3 and two tier 2s. The changes that I made was I am now bringing a chamois pants instead of a anointed cloak. And I am now bringing a stiletto instead of one of the books. I think the Book of Charming. I am also bringing a round shield and a buckler shield, which are freely transferable. And I'm reducing, or kind of redistributing where things are. The other thing that I'm recommending is, if you have a elf that can wield a bow in Wizardry 8, my strategy has an elf bishop. The other ones are not elves, so I can't wield a bow. But if you have one that can wield a bow, take the elven bow. Otherwise, stick with the mystery ray. After thinking further about it, you can get a zip gun early if you don't get the mystery ray, so you're not hampering yourself too much by not having a modern weapon early. And the elven bow really is worth bringing in. It's the best bow you can get in Wizardry 8, and you can only get it by importing. So, that all said, still bringing in all the diamond. Oh, the other change. Minerva is now bringing a bullwhip. So I was previously doing bishops with staffs, and I did not realize that you could get both a light shield and a light sword in Wizardry 10, or Wizardry 8, sorry. There is a way to get a light shield separate from the Buccaneer Ghosts, where you get the light sword, and I will show you that. But as a result, the place where that light shield fit best and was the most usefulness was on the bishop. So I needed to find a way to get the bishop into a one-handed weapon, and actually the bullwhip to the vampire chain was really good. Worked out a little bit well in my testing. The other thing is, with my maneuvering of who takes what gear and what slots and how many things are provided at the first page, I am able to get each character to bring in 20 heavy heals. So I'm able to import 120 heavy heal potions in total, which is pretty cool. Alright, now let me show you this in the game. Okay. One caveat here. I had already thrown away my chamois pants, and there was no way to get another one. So I did edit my save file to get the chamois pants back. And I did the same thing for the stiletto, so I didn't have to go and grind that out. So Ghost has the diamond ring, her ninja gear, Ymu's paw, and the two books of barriers. So that's a tier 3, two tier 2s, and the 5 stacks of heavy heals. Blade, diamond ring, kabuto, studded Hauberk, stud Chausses, and then in Wizardry 6 she will auto-equip the mail mittens and the chain hosen. The Book of Might, or the Ankh of Might, and the two books. So the Ankh of Might is her tier 3, the two books are two tier 2s. Studded Hauberk is just something that I wanted to take, and it fit in nicely here. And then the 5 heavy heals. Cobra, diamond ring, skull cap, robes +1, on import, she will automatically equip the fur leggings and the buskins. The Ankh of Might is her tier 3. Midnight Cloak and Valentine Necklace are her tier 2s. Those are actually going to end up going to Eagle in the next game. And then she's also bringing through the stud Chausses as her extra. And then of course the heavy heals, just like the others. Hildur, the Valkyrie. Spear plus 2, which becomes a Mystic Spear. That's a tier 2 weapon. Diamond Ring. Bassinet and Camale, which is headgear, tier 2. Studded Hauberk, stud chassis, copper gloves, chain hosen, that all stays. And she's also bringing in a cross of protection for herself, and a studded Hauberk and a stud chassis. And then this would be the Mystery Ray, but if I had an elf that could wield it, I would bring in the Elven Bow. And again, the heavy heals. Okay, Eagle. Stiletto, round shield. The stiletto's a tier 2. Diamond Ring, studded Hauberk, Chamale Pants, that's the tier 3. Mail Mittens, chain hosen. Upon import, she will equip the bassinet, and she's just bringing an extra copper gloves and a chain hosen. She's also bringing in a Mystic Spear, Spear plus 2, which is a tier 2. And for whatever reason, that actually gets equipped, and I'm not quite sure why. That's the one, the same way with the Mystery Ray. Somehow those violate the rule that I've figured out. Cross of Protection for her as well, and the 5 heavy heals. And then for Minerva, the Bullwhip, Diamond Ring, the Chamois Gloves. She will automatically equip the Buckler Shield, the Phrygian Cap, the Studded Hauberk, the Jazzeraint Skirt, the Leather Boots, and then she will have in her bag the Cross of Protection, the Poison Dagger, the 2 books, and the heavy heals. Now if you count up these things, you'll notice that a few of them have extra slots. So Cobra has an extra slot, and Ghost has a couple extra slots. The reason for that is they're given some free gear, and it eats into some slots that you can't use up. Alright, so now completing the game. And I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here, and I'll pick it back up in Wizardry 8. Alright, we're back into Wizardry 8. Starting up now. So start new game. We're going to import. And this is my Crusader End, that's my new one. And we're going to review. So again, Ghost has a diamond ring, all of her ninja gear. The fairy stick and the dagger, for whatever reason, it doesn't like to equip curse things, so I guess it stays those equipped. The fairy dust was given to me for free, so I can't get rid of that. That uses up a slot. But both the books survived, and the potions restacked into quantity 5 instead of quantity 4, so there's 4 of there. So again, that was Ymu's Paw tier 3 and the 2 tier 2s, and everything else came through. Blade, Kabuto, studded Hauberk, stud chassis, mail mittens, chain hosen. She's given the Katana and the Wakizashi for free. The diamond ring came through. Ankh of Might is her tier 3, the 2 books for tier 2, and she also brought through the extra studded Hauberk and the 4 stacks of potions. Cobra, skull cap, robes, brought through, and diamond ring. Auto-equipped the fur leggings and the buskins. The bow and shurikens were given to her for free. The Ankh of Might is her tier 3, Midnight Cloak and Valentine Necklace tier 2s. She's bringing through the stud chassis as an extra, and the 4 stacks of potions. Hildur, so equipped Bassinet and Camale, studded Hauberk, stud chassis, copper gloves, chain hosen, diamond ring, and even though she had the Mystic Spear equipped, it somehow equipped the Mystery Ray. I'm not quite sure, but it doesn't matter, it's a 1 slot either way. She brought through the extra cross of protection, had another set of stud gear, and the 4 stacks of potions, just like the others. Eagle, the Bassinet was auto-equipped. She already had the studded Hauberk, the Chamale Pants, mail mittens, and chain hosen. I think they were already equipped. Diamond ring came through, and round shield. Instead of the stiletto, the Mystic Spear, which this is actually wrong. I don't quite know how this happened because it's a two-handed weapon, but whatever. It doesn't cause the game to crash. The stiletto, which was a throwing in Wizardry 7, turns into a really nice blade in Wizardry 8. And she brought through the copper gloves, chain hosen, extra cross of protection, and the 4 stack of heals. Minerva, she had equipped the chamois gloves, diamond ring, and the bullwhip. From her inventory, she equipped the buckler, Phrygian cap, studded Hauberk, jazzerate skirt, leather boots, and she brought with her the poison dagger, cross of protection, and 2 books. So the Book of Resting is a tier 3, Book of Detection is a tier 2, jazzerate skirt's a tier 2. And back on Eagles, Mystic Spear was tier 2, Chamois Pants was tier 3, and Stiletto was tier 2. Hilder, tier 2 is Bassinet, Mystic Spear, and the tier 3 was the Mystery Ray. Alright, and you can see that on the left hand side all 8 slots are full in all cases. So, I think this is the best way to import with this party setup, and even if you don't have this exact party setup, this strategy should be malleable enough that you can modify it for your own purposes. So, with that, I will end this video here. This will be the end of my Wizardry 7 playlist. Catch me later whenever I post my Wizardry 8 one. Thanks for watching.